How to use Clockify for beginners. Hi guys, today I'm going to teach you how you can use Clockify even though you are a beginner. Now before we start, what is Clockify? Clockify is a time tracking software that allows users to track the time they spent on different tasks and projects. It can be used by individuals or teams to track billable hours, monitor productivity, and manage projects. Clockify is available as a web-based application as well as a mobile app, and it integrates with popular project management tools such as Trello, Asana, and Jira. With Clockify, users can create and design tasks to different projects, start and stop timers for each task, and generate reports to track time spent on each project. It also has a dashboard that provides users with an overview of their time usage as well as a detailed report on employee productivity, project progress, billable hours. Clockify is free to use for teams of up to 3 members, and it offers paid plans with additional features and support for larger teams. Now to start our tutorial, we're first going to create an account. We're simply going to click this Start Tracking Time, and then this will redirect us to the sign up page. To sign up, we would simply need to enter our email and then choose a password, or we can continue with Google. Now after signing up, we will be redirected to this homepage of Clockify. Now as you can see here on the screen, we are currently on the time tracker section. Under this section on the left side, we have the time tracker, calendar, dashboards, reports where we can see the summary, detailed, weekly, shared, team, assignment, expense, and detail. We can also see the projects, teams, the different clients, tags, and the settings. The first thing we're going to check out is the settings over here. By clicking this, we could see the general settings, permissions, alert, accounts, authentication, custom fields, integrations, and import. Under general, we could change our company logo, we could change our workspace name, we could activate timesheets, we could activate kiosk, we can have new projects are by default non-billable or billable, public or private. We could organize time by client, project, or task. We could change the duration format from hours, minutes to seconds, or we could change it to compact, which is hours and minutes, or decimal, which is just hours. And we could also see the working days, project and task favorite. We could change the workspace billable rate, which is the amount of bill per hour. For example, we're going to change this to 15, which would be $15 per hour. We could change the currency to anything else. We could change the data format, the currency format, and there's other features that we could edit if we upgrade our plan. Now we could see the permissions over here. We could activate billable hours. We could activate who can see our hourly rates and amounts. You can see the change of billable status. You can create projects and projects. Who can create tasks and who can create tags. And like earlier, we would need to upgrade our plan to do the other options over here. We can also see the alerts, accounts, authentication, custom fields, integration, and import, which most of them are required to be paid so that they could be activated. Now we could also click over here on the top left, where if we click this, our entire dashboard options would collapse just like that. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to explore the time tracker. By clicking this, we could type in what we are working on. By clicking this and typing on it, we would be able to name what we are working on. And by clicking this plus project over here, we could categorize our time. For example, I'm going to type in create a YouTube video, just like that. And we could add it to a project. If we have no project or client, we could simply click on this, and then we would be able to create a project. For the project name, we're simply going to add YouTube projects, just like that. And we could change the color to any color that we want on this color palette. We're going to use red because YouTube is color red. We could add a client over here. If you don't have a client yet, we could simply type in the name for example, I'm going to type in Jane. And then I'm simply going to follow the instruction over here, which is Control plus Enter. And just like that, client Jane has been created. Could also choose from templates, but we would need to upgrade so before we can use a template. So we're simply going to click on create and as you can see, we have a project over here, which is YouTube project, and the client over here. We could also add tags by clicking here, and like with the account, we could type in a tag if we want. For example, the tag YouTube, just like that, and then Control plus Enter. And we have the tag YouTube over here. We could also enable non-billable or billable. And if we click start, this will begin the timer for our task over here. And we're going to do that like now. And as you can see, there's option to stop and there's option to exit this task. We're going to wait for it to reach like 10 seconds and we're going to click on stop. And after clicking stop, this is going to appear over here. As you can see, we have the time over here from 21 to 34 and the same thing because we only did it for 10 seconds as we can see over here. We could continue the timer by clicking this option over here, and we could also duplicate this or we could delete this. We could also do a bulk edit by clicking this option over here. Now if we click this manual option over here below the clock option, which is the timer, we could change the specific time that we are going to start and the specific time we are going to end. And that's how you can add a task and then track your progress over it. The next thing we're going to look at is the calendar over here. We could see the calendar in a week progression. As you can see over here, this is our recording from earlier or a day progression. We could also see which teammates we want to see the progress to by clicking over here. We could click on the settings and we could connect it to Google Calendar or Outlook Calendar. We could also select the dates by clicking over here from today, yesterday, this week, and last week. And then after that, we could also check out the dashboard over here where we can see the total time, top projects, which is the YouTube projects, top client, and we could also see the different graphs over here, which is today, March 17th. We did 11 seconds of this project. We can also see another type of graph over here. And over here, we could also see how much time we spend on a specific project and which client. We could also click on reports. And this is where we will be able to see the different reports, like the billable. As you can see over here, the time we spent over here is $0.05. We could export this, or we could save as a PDF, save as a CSV, save as an Excel, or we can customize it. We could also print it out or share it, or we can round out the billable, but we would need to upgrade before we can do our rounding. We could also apply different filters over here if you have a lot of tasks and you want to see specific tasks only. You could use a filter. You could also click on the detailed option over here where we can see detailed information. We have the weekly and the shared. We can also manage projects by clicking over here. Currently, what we have the YouTube project over here, which we did on the time tracker. But if you want, you could add another project by clicking on create a new project. And for example, we're going to add editing videos. Just like that, we can select a client. For example, we're going to add another client. I'm going to put in James. Just like that. Then create. And as you can see, we have another project over here. We could change the access from private to public. We could add it to our favorites. We could set as a template. We could archive it. Now over here, we're going to look at the teams. Under the team, we could add a new team member by clicking on this. Then we could enter their email and then we would be able to send them an invitation email. We could also group our different members by clicking this, and we could add another group. We could also click over here on the clients where we would be able to see the different clients that we have. We could also add clients by typing in a name over here, for example, Chris. Then we could click on add. And just like that, we have a new client named Chris. We could also edit their name over here once again, or we could archive their name. Other tags, the same thing. We could add a new tag by clicking over here. We could archive it and we can edit it. We can click on the show more over here, where we would be able to see timesheet, kiosk, schedule, expenses, time off, activity, approval, invoices, but most of these are locked because we would need to pay for them. Now we can see the time sheets over here. We could activate it if we want, just like that. And then we would be able to see timesheets for our project. We could also rearrange our dashboard options over here by clicking this and then dragging it to where you want to place it. We could rearrange our arrangement over here. We could put the dashboard to the bottom just like that, and the reports would be moved to the top. We could change the project and move it to the bottom also, just like that. We can move the settings to the top, just like that. And that's it, guys. That's how you can use Clockify as a beginners. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.